Webinar format. Welcome online with the live call. So if you are just joining us, we love, for crying out loud, you literally get that phone ringing right as soon as we go live. Never, ever fails. So, hey guys, we're going to get started here in just a minute. If you're on Facebook Live and you're joining us, we'd love to have you share this out or tell me where you are. We're going to try a brand new technology today. And what this technology is going to allow us to do is as you comment on Facebook, what it's going to allow me to do is actually put your comments up on the screen so you'll be able to see them. If you're dialed in online or you are dialed in via the Instant Teleseminar, super excited to have you with me as well. We are doing all kinds of different technology. We're going to have some serious fun here. So we are going to fire this operation up and get started. Like I said, thank you for on Facebook sharing, liking this out, commenting. Love interaction throughout this whole deal. So let's get started. So welcome everybody. Again, my name is Casey. Super excited to have you here. I am thrilled and honored to have you with me this afternoon for a live version of the podcast, Expand the Business. And at Expand the Business, I have kind of two philosophies that I really try to drive every day. And that's teaching people how to save time and or make more money. And so sometimes when I work with our private mastermind members, we focus on saving time. Other times we focus on how to make more money. And so each week I come on and I do a live podcast. You can download on the email reminder call of that. All you need to do is go to www.expandthebusiness.com and you can get yourself a box of brownies sent to you if you want, but you can also get on the email list to get reminders of when this call is. So this call is every Tuesday night live at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what I've started doing is actually through this new cool technology on Facebook Live called BeLive.tv, I now am able to schedule those out and you guys can get reminders of them. So this is a really, really cool function. And you can be able to now put people's things up on the screen. Like we got Valentino. Welcome, Valentino, all the way from New York City. And then I can go back here and I can put this and I can go back to my name on it. So cool technology. We're trying new things. We're always looking at how to save time. And you guys, let me just say before I even get started on today's topic, I want to tell you why this technology is so powerful and important. See, not only am I doing this on a call, so some of you are listening onto a call, some of you are listening to it via the web, some of you are on Facebook Live right now, right? Some of you are going to be watching the replay on Facebook Live, and I can go sup playa to Dean as well. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite news of the entire day. I got Jason Palliser, got the deal. If you are watching this live on Tuesday, go back to my video that I posted on of Jason Palliser's yesterday and watch him do a fantastic real estate deal in real time. Okay, real time. It's unbelievable. I posted on my Facebook wall. Connect up with Jason Palliser, one of, if not the smartest real estate investors and business trainers on the planet. So look, so what's cool about this, if you're watching this Facebook Live, is I can put up different people's logo. I got Bruce McGillicuddy in the house, new toy, bam, absolutely. But you guys, here's why this technology is so powerful. If I want you to really think about this and how we're going to make more money in whatever business you're in, what this does is this allows you to save this video with all this cool interaction on it, right? And you can upload it straight to YouTube. So to give you an example, yesterday I did a horrible video and I used this technology, but I did a horrible video and I recommended a book, okay? Well, I put my Amazon affiliate link in the description of the video, dropped it up on YouTube, and I just checked before I came on this call tonight, and yet in the last 36 hours, it's had 40 views. Now, is that going to get rich? No, but what it does is it allows me to create an asset, aka this video or a video, drop it on YouTube with some enhancements, and now I have Amazon affiliate links. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you click on that link, but you don't buy the book I recommended, but you buy a cell phone case, I'm still going to get paid. right? So the reason I like BeLive.tv is it allows me to do split screens as well. So Jason Palliser was just on here. So I'm going to ask Jason to be a guest on my call one of these days. We'll probably do it in May. He and I will be able to be split screen, and we'll be able to have an interview on Facebook Live, which up to now, not really technology that's been available to everybody. So Dean, I don't know if this one is pixelated. The one I did yesterday on the book is horrible. And that was because the internet connection was bad. That was not BeLive's fault at all. It was purely the technology. So, okay. So welcome, you guys. Today I want to talk about saving and or managing your time better. And so I wrote out 10 different things that you can do, that you can implement. Every single one of these is something that you can implement in your business today. Okay? And if you pick 3, pick 5, pick 2, I promise you what you're going to end up doing is you're going to start collapsing inefficiencies that you have in your marketplace, and you're going to want to add in these in real time in your business, because what it'll end up doing is the more time you save, the more activity you can do that actually produces income or profit for your business, or allows you to dream and go play big and go on cruises and all that kind of stuff. So kind of cool thing. I will be with you guys next week. But next week I'm going on a cruise Thursday. I got one piece of hair that's right there. It's driving me crazy. I am going on a cruise on Thursday, and I get back Monday. Tuesday, I go to Sydney, Australia. I come back that following Monday at 6:30 in the morning, and that afternoon, I fly out to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm actually privileged and honored to speak with 300 independent shoe retailers. Who even knew that existed, but super thrilled and honored. We're going to talk about creating raving fans and businesses. So if you're in any of those 3 areas, Ensenada, Mexico, Sydney, Australia, Phoenix, Arizona, let's grab a cup of coffee. Let's get together and see what works. So let's talk some saving time ideas, tips and tricks and tools and things that you can do. So if you like these, or if you're taking notes, you guys, one of the things that you can do when you see somebody do these Facebook Lives is, as they give nuggets out or as they give lists out, write in there and help the people watching take notes. The reason that's important is there's a high likelihood that I'm going to show your logo up on the screen. That gets saved as a video, gets you little extra play, little extra deal. I'm actually just a little flummoxed and excited because Jason Palliser got the real estate deal that he was talking about. I literally called him and harassed the poor boy as soon as he was done with that video all about the deal. So if you are remotely interested in real estate, or you have a business that you want to grow, connect up with Jay. He's absolutely awesome. So, okay, here we go. 10 monies or time and or saving and or managing ideas, things that you can do straight away. Number 1 is exercise to start off the day. Exercise to start off the day. And I'm going to kind of tell you guys how I implement these in my business as well. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I try to do, doesn't always work, but the first thing I try to do is go on a walk or go outside and move my body, okay? So I want to exercise. So you can walk, okay? You can walk. You can take your headset and listen to voicemails. So one of the things that I do is I listen to voicemails when I'm out on my walk. I listen to voicemails. I actually also listen to podcasts, right? Because I love starting the day out, not only moving, but I love being able to learn at the same time. So some of you know that I've recommended, I put it even in the email today, that there's a guy named Russell Brunson who's awesome, and he's got a podcast. And for $10, I don't know why or how he's going to do this. To me, it's a bit crazy, but it's awesome content. He's loaded up 257 episodes of his podcast on an MP3 player. So you go to preloadedmp3.com. I think it costs you like $10 to get this thing shipped to your house. I bought the transcripts for it as well because I'm not always about learning. But if you go to preloadedmp3.com, you can get that sent to your house, and that could be something that you listen to on a headset. See, now I can put that up there, preloaded MP3. Thank you, Kim, for putting that out there. And you guys can go to preloaded MP3 and get your own MP3 player of this guy's podcast. It's awesome. I listen to it when I'm out for a walk. I catch up on voicemails, like I said, podcasts. If I like to listen to webinars, I'll download the webinar and I'll listen to it out on my walk. There's lots of times I go out and I listen to a call like this, or I'm watching a webinar. I'll just listen to it on my walk, but it allows me to get moving and get that kind of that energy flowing for the day. First thing up. Okay. Now, number 2 is you've got to have some kind of process, some kind of system for your filing. Okay, some kind of process or some kind of system for your filing, right? And this is key because your business has to run on process. Really, at the end of the day, the 2 real assets that a business has are your customer list and your processes, right? We've all heard the whole reason why McDonald's is a gazillion-dollar business, right? It's not because they necessarily make the best hamburger, right? But they do have one of the best systems. Their system is so valuable that people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a franchise to get the sort of secret sauce, no pun intended, the secret sauce in their process and their systems, right? They are one of the few businesses that have been able to put such a deep-seated process throughout their entire organization that the business is literally run by people who a lot of times it's their very first job, right? Why is that? Because they've got process, right? Again, I'm gonna go to Jason Palliser. I don't know if he's still watching or not, but the thing that Jason is probably the best in the world at is designing and creating processes and systems for a business. He actually wrote a book called Bigger Business Blueprint on Amazon, and I'll put the link in here later. But so you want to be organized and have some kind of filing system, whether that's even just a rudimentary process, but you want to be able to follow up. I'll give you an example. I wish I was at my office right now because I could actually show you if you were on Facebook Live. But what you can do is I take business cards, even though I don't get that many business cards anymore, just because I'm just not in that zone. When I do get a business card, I have to be very visual and I'm very tactile. I've got to be able to create and touch something. So what I do is I actually staple the business card to a sheet of paper, and I keep track of the notes all about that person when I emailed them, when I called them, when I texted them, when I sent them a greeting card, whatever I've done in my follow-up process, I'll write that on a piece of paper. Man, I wish I would have brought one of those home. I would have shown you that. So you've got to have a process down. Okay. If you don't have one, get one. Call me. I'm happy to help. Right. System is an acronym, by the way, for save yourself some time, energy, and money. Okay. So Dean says systems are paramount. You'll work harder every time without there. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Kim says, great tip. Thanks, Kim, for stapling a business card to a piece of paper and write notes. That's very rudimentary, right? I have CRM systems that can do tons of stuff. But for me, sometimes I like to just be able to see it, grab a piece of paper, and then I have them in order of hot leads to cold. That's how I put them. Dean says he keeps small envelopes and puts their card in the envelope and notes all over it. Great idea. That's probably even a smarter way than stapling on a business card, because the staples fall out, then you don't know who you're talking to. So great point, Dean. Great point. Yep. So save yourself some time, energy, and money. System. Okay. Super, super important, you guys. Super, super important. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. Hang on one second. Still learning this technology here. I got to put the agenda item back up here. Show. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's number 2. Number three, make fast decisions. Okay, everybody that I know that's a multi-gazillionaire makes very, very fast decisions, right? If you go watch that video that I recommended from Jason yesterday, he makes very fast decisions in that video. You'll see it lightning fast in which he makes decisions. Everybody that I know making fast decisions is key. Doesn't mean that you're going to make the right decision. It doesn't mean that you can't back out of the decision, But what it does mean is that you need to make fast decisions. And Kim, that's number 3. Number 2 is you must be organized, simplified, and system. So here's my philosophy. Oh my gosh, Sandy Watkins is in the house. You guys, Sandy Watkins is unbelievable. She's based out of Spokane, Washington, and you guys should really connect with Sandy. She's phenomenal and fantastic. So thanks, Sandy, for jumping on here. That's awesome. Oh, now I'm all nervous because the famous Sandy Watkins is on here. Okay, so look, make fast decisions. Say yes and figure it out later. Like, I'm always perplexed. Like, one of the businesses I run is a $40 decision. I'm flabbergasted at the time that people think about making a $40 decision, right? Richard Branson doesn't take 40 minutes to decide on a $40 conversation, and neither should you. Make a decision. If it's not worthwhile, get rid of it. I'll talk about that in a second, but say yes and figure it out later. Opportunities come to those that take opportunities, and opportunities sometimes can just mean the instant of making a decision, okay? Number four money saving tip. Outsource all the little stuff. Outsource all the little stuff, especially if it's stuff that you don't like, okay? I don't like cleaning my house. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. That's a good one, Sandy. Sandy says, don't make sounds, just say yes or no, right? The yeses are great. The nos are great. It's the maybes that are going to drag businesses down, okay? So you want to make fast decisions, okay? But you want to outsource all the little stuff. You can go to Fiverr. One of the things I have our mastermind students do is every once in a while, I will have them literally go and I force them to outsource something on Fiverr.com. You can go to Upwork if this is technology based. So a couple of things that you could have outsourced is your cleaning of your house. You could outsource that, right? Creating posts on Facebook for you. You could outsource that. One of the things that I don't like doing is in LinkedIn, I get a ton of invitation requests. They bank up. I get probably 30 to 40 a day. I can't keep up with it. It's not worth my time. I literally pay somebody in the Philippines I outsource them going in and acknowledging all of those people that have sent me friend requests in LinkedIn. Okay, Sandy, it's so funny. You're half a step ahead of me. I love it. Let's see, what else do I do? Oh, in my database. When you guys see those emails, if you go to expandthebusiness.com and you put in your email address and then you get an email from me reminding you of like a call for tonight, here's the reality. I don't do those. I come up with a quick version, but I outsource that looking pretty. So all the bolds and making sure everything's formatted properly. I don't do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the skill set. I don't want the skill set, and I don't want to spend the time. I outsource it. The little bit of money that it costs me to outsource it frees me up to do something else. Okay. Okay. Number five. Okay. Yeah. So you can do, so Sandy says, good one. I've always liked your VA recommendations. You've helped me in this area. This is key, you guys. Virtual assistants can do a lot of stuff that you are doing right now in your business that you don't necessarily need to. Right? You don't necessarily need to create Facebook memes out of your best post. Go to Fiverr and pay somebody $5 to put a meme together of your best Facebook post or your best Facebook content, or post on Instagram. I found a gig on Fiverr yesterday or the day before that is literally, they will create 5,000 business quotes and give them to you for $5. For an extra $5, they'll put your hashtag on all 5,000. And for an extra $5, they'll actually put your name on there, your website, and your logo. Now, I want you to think about that. For 20 bucks, you could have somebody create 5,000 pieces of content for you. You would never have to think about that again. Now, are all of them going to be applicable to the business? No. But hell, if 50 of them were, and it costs you 50 cents a piece, to me, that's a no-brainer, right? But I'm shocked at how many people will sit ooh and all over that, and they won't figure it out, and they're afraid that they're going to spend $5 on something and make sure they get their $5 worth. It's like, that's an iced venti soy latte from Starbucks, right? So these kind of micro investments in outsourcing can be huge. You know, I have a team in the Philippines that I work with. If you want to check that out, you can go to leverageboost.com. Fill your name and phone number out there. Allie will get in touch with you and you guys can have a chat. Or if you want a stateside VA, somebody that wants to help, you want to help with strategy, hit me up. I'll introduce you to my gals out here. They are awesome. Okay, they're awesome. So number five, we're finally, sorry, I'm back on track. Number 5 is learn to say no. So this goes back to Sandy, what Sandy was talking about, don't make sounds, just say a yes or no. Learn to say no. So my philosophy is always say yes first, then say no, right? Say yes first, and then say no. But you got to be able to make those decisions fast. But I don't want to miss an opportunity. Let me give you a small example. Well, I won't give you that example. I'll save the time. But you want to very quickly be able to start making decisions, yes or no. So my version is I always say yes and agree first, like Sandy says here, and then I'll say no, right? Because I can always get out of it, but I don't want to miss the opportunity that might be afforded if I say yes. And even if I just give it just a tiny little bit of time, you never know what other opportunities you're missing out, okay? So number six, click an email only once, touch a piece of paper only once in the designated time and handle it right there. This is the hardest one for me in the world. I get about 1,000 emails a day. It drives me crazy, but I'll open an email. I'll open an email, and what I'll find is that I needed more time. Okay, so I teach this to my mastermind group, but I'll teach you guys like a simple way. For me, what I do is I print out my email. So any of them that need my fingers on it or my time, I print them out. And I have them out, and then what I do is I'm very liberal with the time, but I just write with a black Sharpie how many minutes I think it's going to take for me to handle that. So it might be 5 minutes, it might be 15 minutes, it might be a half hour, it might be it might take me an hour. But that way, what I do is I always have them do a time effect fixed to it so that I can process if I only have an hour, what can I get done in an hour? Okay, so click it only once. Don't let it linger. Okay, number 7, we sort of talked about this, but learn to delegate. I am not always the best at this because I'm a little bit of a control freak like a lot of entrepreneurs, but I'm getting better at it. So I can delegate and hand off something to somebody who is better in their lane, right? Better in their lane. So let me give you an example. I think I got, can you imagine? That's funny. Can you imagine if we all emailed Casey how much paper he would need? Yes, Brett, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's really funny, actually. So learn to delegate. Here's the deal. The reality is that if you try to do everything yourself, you're going to fail. Just it's how it's going to roll, right? So I have a book that's been on the that I've been in control of the cover with the publisher for a long time, literally like a year. And I literally now at this point lose sleep over getting this book done. Well, a few weeks ago, I decided that I was just going to give up control because I hated everything that the publishers were coming up with. So I literally called my production guy, one of my best friends, Bruce Waterman. He's on here. I think he's on here anyways. And I said, hey, Bruce, I said, can you go find one picture that'll fit into this book cover? And Bruce on his own said, hey, I could just tell that he didn't like the cover. Even he's not very good he's not good at faking, right? So he said, hey, Casey, goes, let me take a crack at this. Okay. So Bruce took a crack at the cover, and within 10 minutes, this dude saved me a year's worth of headache and hassle because he was able to he knows me well enough to know exactly what my problem was with the book and how to solve it. Okay, so here he is. There you got Bruce Waterman. If you guys are not connected to Bruce Waterman, go connect with him. He's on Facebook. He's at exposurebiz.com. And exposurebiz is X. There's no E. So XPOSUREBIZ on Facebook. You can connect with him on Facebook. But this dude, a few weeks ago, literally saved me a year and a half worth of headache and hassle because he knew me and I was able to delegate it. And it was when I called him and I just said, dude, I'm just going to pay you. I don't even want to think about it. That's when it got done. And now the book's at the publisher and being printed. We're very, very close. It's awesome. All because I learned to delegate. Okay. Now, Bruce, oh yeah, there it is. Exposure Biz right there. Bruce is part of, yeah, he's awesome. So we got this going, we got this going here. So, okay. So number 7, learn to delegate. Number 8, okay. Find your creative thinking time and your dead time. Find your creative thinking time and your dead time. Now, I can tell you for me, my creative time happens at 2 times of the day. It happens first thing in the morning when I first get up, when I'm out exercising, right when I get back from exercising. And it happens somewhere in the 4 to 6 p.m. range. Okay? Somewhere on the 4 to 6 on the 4 to 6 p.m. range. Okay? Outside of that, I consider that my dead time. I don't really get a whole lot done. I just don't get a whole lot done during my dead time. I do get a lot done between the hours of 4 and 6 and first thing up in the morning, right? Because that's my creative time. Okay. Number nine is you got to give yourself deadlines. You got to put yourself under some deadlines here. So again, in my mastermind group, we talk about it. We talk about it in our mastermind group, and that is boxing yourself in. Sometimes you got to burn the bridge, right? To getting that piece of content created, getting that blog post done, getting that new video done, checking out Be Live, going to preloaded MP3, right? Box yourself in. Give yourself a deadline. Say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to bed tonight. Casey told me about this website, preloadedmp3.com, and he gave me expandthebusiness.com. Those will each take me less than 5 minutes to go to. I'm not going to bed tonight until those are done, right? Box yourself in. Make a sale every day, right? So a lot of my clients, one of the things that I want to get them in the habit of is actually making a sale every single day. So we box it in and we say, look, you are fully committed to making a sale every day. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $500. I don't care if it's $5,000. Every day we got to make a sale. Right? Now, if you start looking at, okay, what do I got to do? Is checking emails going to make a sale? Maybe, maybe not. Okay? Is checking your Facebook page going to get you a sale every day? No. Maybe, maybe not. But if you box yourself in and you say, I'm not going to bed until I make a sale, now you've got some deadlines. Now, I got to tell you, like, let's put this in perspective, right? So I'm glad we're almost done. We're almost at the bottom of the hour here. So, look, I don't know about you guys. I live a pretty busy life. I travel a lot. You know, Thursday I go on a cruise. I then go to Sydney. I then go to Phoenix. So I am in a full throttle panic right now of making sure that I get everything done before I leave town, right? Because I'm gone for almost 3 weeks. Well, I boxed myself in on the deadline that I'm getting on a ship with no phone, no computer. When I get on that ship, I'm done. So my deadline is I got to get through all my emails, all my Facebook messages, and make a couple of sales sometime before I get on that ship. That's a lot to do. So I boxed myself in, okay? Give yourself no wiggle room. No wiggle. Wow, I just looked really high. Okay, and finally, number 10. Finally, number 10 is your busy work is not your life's work. Your busy work is not your life's work, okay? And what I really mean by that is that all of this busyness, all of this busy stuff, that's not the bigger picture. That's not the bigger picture. Your big picture is your life's work. Your big picture is the movement that you're creating in your business. The momentum that you're taking your community, your tribe forward with, all the busy work, your emails and you're posting on Facebook and you're listening to podcasts and stuff, that's all busy work, right? But you do want to spend some of your creative time every single day hunkering down and really looking at working on your business, not in your business all the time. Okay? So awesome, guys. We ended right at the bottom of the hour. That is absolutely awesome. So look, I want to say thank you so very much. I want to thank all the people that are listening online. I want to thank all the folks that are listening via the web. And I also want to thank all of you that have stuck with me and stayed with on the Facebook Live. There's a ton of you all over the place, and I couldn't be more thrilled to have you guys here. So with that, you guys have an amazing day. Now go give somebody else an absolutely awesome day. And thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.